Hello students, I am Sony Kumari with you. The topic Revolution of the Earth. It is the subtopic of the chapter Motions of the Earth, Classic Social Science Geography. First of all, we should know what is revolution. Revolution is the movement of the earth around the sun. Here the earth is moving around the sun. To complete a revolution, earth takes 365 days and 6 hours or this is called 1 year. It means 1 year completed means the earth has completed one revolution around the sun. Revolution is the motion of the earth, as we had learned earlier that there are two types of motions of the earth. One is the rotation and the another one is the revolution. Rotation is the spinning of the earth at its own axis, means when earth rotates at its axis, spin at its axis. It takes 24 days or one complete day to complete a rotation by the earth. Due to this rotation, days and night occurs. Now we are going to discuss what effect happened on the earth due to revolution. Due to revolution on earth, season changes. Due to revolution as well as the tilted position of the earth. Here we see in the picture the earth position is tilted. It is tilted at its axis by 23.5 degree. 23.5 degree means ये 23.5 डिग्री पे झुका हुआ है. अब ये क्या होता है? Here we see the four positions of the earth. First we start with this position on June 21st. It is June 21st, not June 22nd, because in your NCERT book it is 21st June has been written, so we consider it as 21st June. On 21st June, the position of the earth is like this, means here it is axis, it is north pole and this is south pole. On this day, means on 21st June, the north pole is tilted towards the sun. Means it is inclined to the sun. And the south pole is tilted away from the sun. This is away from the sun. And on that day, on 21st June, the direct sun rays fall on Tropic of Cancer. What is Tropic of Cancer? Tropic of Cancer is 23.5 degree north latitude. That's why it is summer in northern hemisphere. Here in northern hemisphere on 21st June, the sun rays, the amount of sun rays received by the northern hemisphere is more than the southern hemisphere. That's why days are longer and nights are shorter in northern hemisphere. Vice versa, in southern hemisphere, days will be shorter and nights will be longer. On 21st June, in north hemisphere, it is the starting of summer season. It is called summer solstice. Now come to the position 22nd December. What happens on 22nd December? In this position, the earth is, the north pole of the earth is tilted away from the sun. But here, यहाँ क्या हो रहा था? the North Pole was tilted towards the sun. सन की तरफ झुका था. यहाँ नॉर्थ पोल सन से दूर जा रहा है, इसलिए यहाँ क्या होगा? The direct sun rays will fall on Tropic of Capricorn, and at this time there is summer season in southern hemisphere, and the days will be longer and night will be shorter in southern hemisphere. But what will happen in northern hemisphere? In northern hemisphere there will be winter season and nights will be longer and days will be shorter. This position is called winter solstice. Winter solstice. What happened on 21st June? On 21st June in northern hemisphere it is the longer day. Longest day of the year is 21st June in northern hemisphere. Vice versa, on 22nd December it is the longest day in southern hemisphere. Now the another position of the earth is earth on 23rd September and 21st March. On both days the sun rays fall directly on equator. That's why both the equator receives equal amount of sunlight. This position of earth is called equinox. On this day, duration of the day and night is equal in both the hemisphere. Days and night is equal in that on both the days, September 23rd and March 21st. On September 23rd, in northern hemisphere there is autumn season. And vice versa, in southern hemisphere it is spring season. On 21st March in northern hemisphere it is spring season and autumn season in southern hemisphere. So here we see how seasons changes on the earth. It is due to the revolution and the tilted position of the earth. See here the seasons of the earth. This is summer solstice, the first day of summer in the northern hemisphere. As we move, this is summer. As we move, it is autumn season, then winter season, winter solstice, then spring season and again summer season. So इस तरह से सीजन जो है वो थ्रू आउट द ईयर चेंज होता रहेगा. Position on 21st June, position on 23rd September we had discussed, position on 22nd December, position on 21st March. Summer solstice versus winter solstice means what is difference between summer solstice and winter solstice? What happens in summer solstice and what happens in winter solstice? It is the position of the earth when the rays of the sun fall directly on the Tropic of Cancer. We had seen in the picture. Then it is the position of the earth when the rays of the sun fall directly on the Tropic of Capricorn. In summer solstice, sun rays fall directly on Tropic of Cancer. In winter solstice, sun rays falls directly on Tropic of Capricorn. In this position, North Pole is tilted towards the sun, and in this position, in winter solstice, North Pole is tilted away from the sun. In this position, Northern Hemisphere gets light from the sun, so it is summer in the Northern Hemisphere. In this hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere gets more sunlight. Southern Hemisphere get light from the sun. Here it is winter in the Northern Hemisphere. During this period in the Northern Hemisphere, days are longer than the nights, and during this period in the Northern Hemisphere, nights are longer than days. So it is the difference between summer solstice and winter solstice. That's all. I hope all of you have understand the positions of the earth. All of you have understand why seasons changes throughout the year on the earth. Thank you very much.